water pump and timing belt on the auto Tiburon. Still ain't got different tires for it yet. Mismatch, and I'll finally find a set one of these days that are good OEM that someone don't want a lot of money for. You can usually buy the whole car for the price these people want for wheels these days. But not bad. I didn't show much because I got so many videos of this on there, but figured I'd show you. Starting to get there. It's finally getting warm. Sometimes when you use one of these and you pour it all in before you start it, it works probably 95% of the bubbles, 90% of the bubbles out. So I'm just trying to make sure we got everything, and it looks like we got some still popping out. Once this is done, we'll put the covers on everything and make sure everything runs good. Not the first one I ever did, but I always try to make sure they're done right every single time, you know what I mean? Just because you did 100 of them don't mean you can't mess something up. So treat the 100th one like the first one. Now I guess I should have said this. In case you're wondering. Yes, I'm going to put the timing belt cover back over top of this. I've had them before where they wobble and you have to change them out. I don't know what it is, but sometimes it happens, guys. So make sure you pull that top cover off when you start it and make sure there's no wobbles. It happens mostly with cheaper timing belt kits. Now we did throw a cheaper one in this, kind of an experimental thing. It's like a $53 kit from Rock Auto. And we wanted to see how it was going to work out for daily use. Like I said, we don't see 70,000 miles in this. Right now we're only looking at about 30,000 miles every 5 years. So it'd be nice to be able to change these out for a little bit cheaper. Everything looks like it's staying pretty true. Ain't going nowhere. You can see the new belts down there as well as there. Bleed it out. Got to turn the heat on, and then, you know, this one down here is your thermostat. Once that gets real hot, it'll open up. Once that's hot, that means your thermostat's open and it's running coolant back through and circulating. And then you should get the last of your bubbles out. But you have to make sure your thermostat opens. If it doesn't, you're going to have too much air in your coolant lines and no good. Should have cleaned this up a little bit more, but she's like me, she don't care. It's just her shit box. Okay. Little issue today. I don't know if I can get you in here. Okay. See that screw right there? See that piece of plastic along the side of that? Right there? It broke. And that's what holds the metal that clamps over top the headlight. So luckily, we have that thing. So I guess we're just going to take both headlights out. Hell with it. Put 2 new headlights in it. These ones were never really the brightest. Yeah, I could never get them to just out right. Somebody was already in here messing with them like crazy, as you can see. So hopefully that'll help as well. Then we're going to change the fog lights. Putting all new lights in it too while we're doing this. Put those in there. You guys can see how that has that little screw that holds that piece of wire. That's the same how it does on the high beam. Yeah, kind of a crappy design by Hyundai. But, you know, is what it is. Let's get it together before it gets done. Alright guys, I should have probably showed you this before, but this is low beam, which is a lot better now, even though it looks kind of dark. It's older cars, they don't have the best of lights, but that's with fog lights. You can see the front got a lot brighter there. Wife was driving around with some terrible headlights, so we changed all that out. Got some better ones in there. And it's hard to see on camera, but that's way better. I can see way down the road now. Before I could hardly see anything. You can barely see anything on camera still, but you have to trust me. It was way worse than it is now. But yeah, as you can see, it brings up the lights a little bit better. Not the best on here, but hey man, at least you can see now. What's up everybody? Changing oil today here in the Silver Tib. We gotta start cleaning this thing up and get it ready for some boost here soon. Some Super Tech. Change it every 5,000 miles if you want a new engine. Change that oil every 3,000 miles. Don't listen to them manufacturers. Black. Well, yeah, the engine still runs pretty good. It uses a little bit of oil, and we knew that was going to happen because if you guys would go back and watch this car get running, this motor was locked up. Got the car, somebody took the head off of it, thought they were going to do a head gasket timing belt job, blah blah blah. They never did it. No motivation. We got the car for a couple $200, and we got motivation. The head that was on that car, because we put a Beta 2 head on it in 2020 with a Beta 1 bottom end, and we took that head off the Beta 1 bottom end that is now getting built in a perfect circle, and we put it over on this car. We got the engine unlocked. We cleaned as best we could up with red Scotch-Brite pads for the angle grinder. Cleaned it up real good. It was terrible over here. We used a Fail Pro gasket, which normally fail. Not the case for us. Worked perfect. I think we got 13,000 miles. Almost 14,000 miles. I think it's at 140,000 on it. We're at 153,500. And it's doing good. It's got the original power steering belt on it. The original, let me get it there. The original spark plug wires. The spark plugs in it are from the head that was sitting in it. No misfires, no nothing, no codes, no anything. It just runs. It had terrible oil leaks with the other head, which is still there. We never cleaned it up because we didn't know it was an experiment. We didn't even know it was going to work. And guess what? It worked. And now it's raining on us. But I wanted to let you guys know that we got 13, almost 14,000 miles on this motor that we didn't know it was even going to work. And I drive at 80 mile an hour every day down the highway. And it does really well. We get right around 32 miles a gallon in it, which these cars are only supposed to get 26. It's getting 32. Might be the exhaust and the intake, you know, help lean it out a little bit more. I do have an R-side throttle body to throw on it. And, yeah. I'm really impressed with this thing, man. All this original stuff, original MAF, all this stuff. Everything on here, coil pack, everything. 21 years old. Insane, guys. And they say these things weren't very good cars. Get out of here. Now, we gotta put some stuff away. It's about to rain. Thanks for watching.